Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Tuesday Night Thunder as we've got our second race starting tonight. Last week, John Ellis Jr. got the win, took home some money. Let's see who can take the money home tonight. Myself, Jacob Emery, is in the booth alongside Steven Tucker as Tuesday Night Thunder Season 2 starts again. Steve, how are you feeling?
Oh, man, I'll tell you what. Again, Tuesday night racing, Ron Morris Racing, Talladega, round number 2, man. I am pumped up. We're seeing a big old cloud above Talladega Super Speedway right now. It's going to be an incredible time. Fast action, cooler track tonight. Should see a lot more action, a lot more moves, and a lot more grip.
Absolutely. We had some trouble on the first race of this season, but he did turn down the temps on the track. So let's see what these boys can do tonight. Payouts right now, as they look, is going to be a little bit larger than we've seen in the past because I'll tell you what, we've got a large field. I knew it was going to happen. We had some new drivers last week, and with that much action, with that much stuff going on, you know we saw some more drivers come out here tonight. So Steve, qualifying has begun, and looks like Steven in that 27's up front.
Yes, sir. Really, really good job so far. Let's bring in the best times. Whew. Steve, the 53.60, incredibly fast time right there. Right now, Jeremy Osborne on track in that 41. Osborne Racing, looking good, man.
Yeah, so far so good. Like you said, the track temps are a little bit lower. Let's see if these guys can hang on and not have as many cautions as we did on this first race. Yeah, either way, man. So this is the Ron Morris Racing. They're doing it for money. So payouts last week were first place got $100, second place got $100, third at $75, fourth $60, fifth $40. So interesting to see how this plays out. We've got a long season as this is the only second race of the schedule. We go all the way to August as the playoffs begin there. Man, I'm excited. 12 weeks, Xfinity car, 100% fuel. You got one fast repair, 60 laps. And we also don't have to forget stage break at the end of lap 20. So that always kind of mixes it up. Man, last week was a lot of fun. John Ellis Jr. got the win, kind of snuck away with it and made it happen.
I'll tell you what, that race last week was incredible. I mean, a lot of action, a lot of cautions, but you know what? Sometimes that's what these tracks do. Big fields. Again, the money, Emery. This isn't like a league race, a typical league race where, you know, you're going for points. Maybe you're trying to go for those just playoff points, things like that. It's all about who can win this race and who can, make the right moves at the right time. And I mean, right here, it's all that matters.
Yeah, and a big aspect of this race too is team. So a lot of these drivers, they're working with each other. So if you don't have help, it's really hard to get to the front. It's really hard to get a win out here. It makes a big difference with these guys running in 3 to 4 packs to get to the front.
100%. Right now we're seeing Mark Vondrell on the field, number 59. Old school Dale Jr. throwback paint scheme here. Love that. Back to when Jr. went to Hendrick for the first time, I believe.
I think so. Good. Now, talk about those paint schemes. I mean, last week we saw some awesome looking paint schemes. Sebastian, I don't know if he's here tonight, but he almost got that win. But I'll tell you what, his car looked amazing. I think he had some neon purple or whatnot, but wow.
Like purple lightning.
Cool to see.
Very, very cool.
Yeah. Purple Lightning, as we're looking at the 88 car here. He's on the track trying to make some times. Steven in that 27 still on the pole for 53.608. Zachary, Kevin, Cody, Sean, David Sheets in the 06. That's going to be your top 5. Matthew Baker, Jason Maines, they're still right there too, 7, 8 spot. A lot of good drivers, and we're seeing a lot of the same faces we saw last week with some newcomers too. So very exciting. Talladega Super Speedway Racing. It's action-packed. These guys love coming out here every Tuesday to try to get a win.
Absolutely. Right now, running aboard Butler. Tell you what, smooth is the game here. Hold on to her, ride that yellow line, and hope to God you get the pole. But a lot of fun here, Emery. I'll tell you what, so far the field's looking like it's going to be a much bigger pack than what it was last week. So looking forward to that. It's going to be a lot of good times here tonight. Can't wait, man.
And they're still trickling in. You got to get in before qualifying. to stay on that lead lap and start the race. But I'll tell you what, with this big a field, you really want to be up front like Steve is in that 27, or you know what, stay in the back. These can be big wrecks as you have a field this large at Talladega. You only have one fast repair, so if you end up having to use that fast repair early, you're in trouble. So let's see what these guys will decide on doing. But man, no one is touching Steven still up front there in that 27 with the 53.6.
No, sir, but Gabe Butler right here is on track in the 88. Love that chrome 88 number. Currently, tell you what, he's looking real quick. Has a 53.62. Man, 2 1,000ths away from pole. Going to try and get it here. Second lap typically isn't the faster one, but right now we'll see.
Oh, man, it's Butler in the 88. He's up there in 4th now. Let's see if he can jump up even farther. Man, I'll tell you, you want to stay out front. You really want to be out front here.
You do.
With this big of field, you can just get in mix up and get some trouble, and it's kind of can knock you out of your game early on in the race.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, for me, if I'm in the front, if I qualify in the front, I'm staying there as best as I can. If I qualify anywhere, maybe 10th to 30th, something like that, mid pack, I'm doing everything I can to fall to the back and just hang out for a while, wait until the big one happens, and then when it does, you know what? Hopefully you scoot through it, you save that fast repair, and you see what happens second half of the race. But right now, qualifying is done in 1 second. There we go. Steve Korosek is going to be your pole sitter with a 53.60. Awesome job here above Talladega. Incredible job. Emery, what are your predictions today?
Man, I called it last week. I said, I think these cars are going to be coming across the finish line sideways and wrecking, and that's exactly what happened. I think the nerves are kind of set now. The first race, everyone was pushing real hard, trying to get to the front and get that first win of the season. I think everyone's going to calm down this race. The track temp's a little bit different, so the cars are going to handle a little bit better. But I think we're in store for 60 laps of really good racing tonight. And even with these new guys coming in, some new faces, all these drivers are top notch. So I'm super pumped up for tonight.
Yes, sir. Speaking of top notch, right now, Steve Korosek from Cleveland on the pole here in that 27 Snap-on ride. I'll tell you what, he did a great job last week. Going to try and continue that momentum today with that pole. Starting P2, Zachary Lima in that 12 Red Bull machine, looking really good out of Atkinson. Great job. Kevin Freese, P3, 25. That Kellogg's Cornflakes. I'll tell you what, I'm getting hungry now. But looking pretty good there. Gabe Butler in the 88 Guinness machine. We just talked about him. Awesome ride right there. Starting P4, Cody Niegels in 6th. Keep in mind, he was the pole sitter last week, Emery, and couldn't quite get it done at the end there. But again, continues
he was out
to
front all day too. All day
man,
long.
Yeah, he was. Sean Hill in P6 in the 77 Ghost Racing Network machine. David Sheets in P7 Transmedic. Love that. The 06 starting P7. Matthew Baker starting 8th. Jason D. Maines in the 9 car. Emery, you said it before last time. He is the favorite potentially, right?
Potentially, yeah. You're gonna always see him out front. He struggled last week. I don't think he got a good finish as he typically does, but one of the names that you'll always see up front trying to get this win.
Love that. P10 will be Kenneth McClello. Don't see him on track yet, so we'll get back to him. John Ellis Jr. right there. Great run. Last week's winner, Emery, in that 4 loco machine. Huge win for him. Gonna hope to go back-to-back here at Talladega for Tuesday Night Thunder. We're here, John Mollahan in P10. Brandon Broadfoot, P12. Heath Job in 13th. Great looking ride right there. Mark Vondrell, 14th. Mike Davenport starting in 15th. J.R. Miller, 16th. Jeff D. Merck in P17. Love that USS George Washington ride. Looking really good. Brock Westmoreland in that purple Busch Beer ride. Man, that looks pretty. I'll tell you what, now I'm thirsty.
That's a good look.
Yeah. Jeremy Osborne, 19th. Great ride right there. Danny Barnes, PGR. Nice shiny car. Love that. David Drowan, P21. Bobby Forbes, 22nd. Ryan Baste, 23rd. Dylan C. Jones in 24th. Daniel Eberhardt, the 3rd. 25th in that plain white ride. You can't miss it. Clean tee right there. Chad Ross looking pretty good there in that Dirty Mo Radio. Starting 26th. Ambrose Niebel in 27th. Andrew Zanto in the 10 car. No Kids Hungry, absolutely. Starting 29th. And then a bunch of cars starting in the pack. Kenneth McClello, 30th. A couple cars potentially from the pits. But yeah, 30-car field, Emery. Going to be an incredible time here today at Talladega.
I'll tell you what, man, this field, I did this season last year, and I don't think 33 cars have ever been out here. This is the biggest field that I've seen for the Ron Morris Racing, and you love to see it. And also want to say hi to everybody at home watching on Race Day Live. We appreciate you being here. This is a great thing, and we can see you chatting too. So if you say something in the comments, we'll talk about it. Looks like we've got some fans in there already. Look like a Baker fan, so watch out for him. But yeah, man, we're gonna go green here shortly and get racing on Tuesday night.
There we go.
I'm excited as the pace car is off, Steve, and we're gonna be green here at Talladega Super Speedway for the Tuesday night Ron Morris Money Racing, and the green flag has dropped. And we are going live at Talladega. Really good start so far, Steve, on the inside there. Steven in that 27, gonna work his way through. Single file in the back, but looking like some good action out front as we are going one lap down.
Great job right now, Emery. 2 wide all the way back. Tight racing on lap 1 here. Who's gonna lead the first lap?
Looks like Steve's gonna come through and get still out front as Lima in that 12 trying to battle. Now he's gonna work on the outside. Can he get around to get up front? Another driver from last week, Zachary Lima, that 12 that we saw out front all day long. Can he get a good finish here? Track temp may be a factor today.
Yes, sir. Nice and cool conditions. Keep that in mind. So a lot more grip.
Looking like it's working out so far. We got one car on the outside trying to commit, maybe get that 3 wide pack early, but no one's following as now they do kind of drift out. We go 3 wide.
Oh, hold on now. Hold on to it. Mid-pack.
A little bit of contact there. Everybody's still good. We are green flag, no caution. 3 laps down at Talladega.
Got really dicey there, Emery, for a little bit. Right now, everyone holds on to it. 2 wide back in the pack. Up front, still 3 wide.
3 wide, Zachary Lima, Sean Hill, and Steven in that 27 battling it. Like that outside lane may be working. Fantastic job. Now it's interesting to see, Steve, we got 3 wide, a big pack up front. You got single file in the back. Maybe they're playing patient. They want to play the long game here. They want to survive at the end. As we saw last week, a lot of cars have some issues early on and weren't able to finish the race. So strategies already underway as Hill, Lima, Baker now up there in the mix, 3 wide.
Man, tight racing. Oh, hold on. White car right here. Back to back a little bit. Ooh, big wreck right here. Yellow flag is out. First wreck of the evening.
3 cars involved. Big damage to that white car.
Mark Vondrell involved. Looks like David Drowan involved. Man, ooh, a couple cars right here involved too. Cody Niegels from last week involved right there too. And then Dylan C. Jones.
See how that happened there, yeah.
Go back here and take a look. Man, you kind of see it right there. J.R. Miller involved, but it was really in front of him. All kinds of a mess right there. We'll go back a little further back, see if we can get Mark Von Drell's already. Okay, hold on now.
A lot of those cars are going to have to go in and get
there it
fixed.
is.
Yep. Comes
couple-
up, hits the wall, and then looks like the 4, I believe, gets turned. There's the 24.
Yeah, a couple guys got turned right there. It's just four. I mean, it was 4 wide. Oh, there we go.
Ooh, 41. Getting in contact with that 7 car.
Man.
You hate to see that at the end when you got a caution and you're trying to avoid the wreck and you have a car spin you, you get some damage after the fact. It's so frustrating, but we saw it happen there.
Yeah,
Man,
the 88.
those cars are really in close here.
Yeah, a lot going on there.
Weird, interesting contact.
Not good for a lot of these drivers early into this race and already have to use a fast repair. It's unfortunate, but hey, that's super speedway racing. Just 101.
You're gonna see that happen. Absolutely, Steve. As we've got a lot of cars coming into pit, I think at this time they're gonna put some fuel in the car and maybe play the long game. That strategy will work, but got a couple drivers staying out as well. 6 down. Sean Hill in that 77, he's out front. Zachary Leem in the 12, he's in second as it sits. These positions will change a little bit as they are moving positions when they come out of the pit. So when they come back to the starting line, we'll see who's in front.
Yes, sir. Bunch of guys holding on to those tires. Obviously, they're taking them. It looks like, I'm not sure why these guys are taking so long right here in the back, but definitely some strategy going on. And I'll tell you what, early game, lap 6. We'll go green about lap 7 or 8. Definitely pretty intense racing going on. Emery, hey, last week we saw a lot of intense racing. Right now, Sean Hill, he had a chance to win this race last week, was looking really good. Has that, looks like the NRG Motorsports car looking really good up front. Steve Korsak, pole sitter, right now in P3. So, I think you're right. Stay up front, avoid the mess, and see what happens.
Absolutely. And I was talking about these payouts. So the payout structure that they have in place are on 25 cars. Tonight we have 32 cars. So I will tell you that first place winner is going to be walking away with more than just $100. And you love to see that. And I think this is just going to continue to grow. This is the second season of Tuesday Night Thunder. And again, Ron Morris Racing does a great job putting this on. And it's a lot of fun to see these guys out here at Talladega in the Xfinity cars. I did it last year, and there's such good driving. Once you see these guys out front like Hill and Lima and Steve, they're comfortable with that 3-wide pack racing. It doesn't bother them to be in the middle. And you got guys that come in here and maybe have some experience on these tracks, Talladega, Daytona, whatever it may be. When it gets that close up front and it gets that tight, and you're not experienced, it's a little dangerous, and it's scary racing. But man, it's a lot of action.
Awesome job. Well, right now it looks like pace car lights are off. We're gonna hit a quick commercial break for our channel sponsors. Give a big thanks to them. We'll be right back. All right, and we're back. Emery, that quick?
Yes. Yes, Steve.
Yes, we are live, Emery.
We are live. Okay, I apologize. I wasn't sure if we were or not, so we're back here. Pace car lights are off, and he's going to come off the track, and we're going to go back racing at Talladega.
Yes, sir. Little insider, sometimes when we say we're going to go thank our sponsors, which we are doing, it's also code for something's broken, we have to fix it, and you guys can't see it. So that's what.
Well, this This is live. This is broadcasting. Stuff
Exactly.
like that does happen. And again, everybody at home at Race Day Live, we appreciate you being here. And it's a lot of fun. 7 laps down. First caution early. It kind of is a bummer, but we're going to go back green.
Oh, hold on now.
Now we've got some... we got some stuff going on there. I'm not sure. That could have been an issue with his wheel.
Yeah. That was a big ouchie.
I don't know how they're going to do this. Yeah, I don't know how they're going to do this because now they have to regroup, get back before we go green. Now the back of the field's trying to catch up, so this could be kind of a bummer unless he moves that caution forward. As we are not, we're going to go green.
Here we go.
We're back racing.
Yes, sir. We thought maybe that the caution would come back out again just to regroup and kind of see what actually happened there. But I bet a lot of ticked off guys there at the front. We're seeing damage for sure on the back of Zachary Lima's Red Bull machine right there in the middle. Not good for sure. Sean Hill involved a little bit. Steve Korosek. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I'm hearing a little chatter in the race. Guys are getting kind of frustrated with that situation, but it could have been a lot worse. As now we're looking at Pete Job in the 6. He's out front. Hill, Steve, Rockfoot, all trying to make their way. Jason D. Maines now's up front. He started 9th, now sitting 5th.
Great job right here. That 07 looking strong on the outside lane. Heath Job leads that lap.
Yes, it really does look like that outside lane early on in this race is working out just fine. As now you see the bottom lane kind of picking up some steam.
Gotta watch out for these guys in the back. They're desperate. They want to get to the front. I mean, if you're in the middle right now, Emery, you want to get to the front so you can avoid all the mess in the back. But if you're in the back, you want to get to the front, lead some laps. So what do you do?
Yeah, it's not an easy feat. It's not an easy feat to navigate your way through, as we're seeing 3 wide in the middle back here too. They're all trying to really starting to fan apart. It's interesting that they're not working together more, but man, 9 laps down, they're battling for position. Guys are out front 3 wide again. Middle of the pack trying to figure out if they want to go the inside or top of lane.
Yeah, and the thing is, too, Emery, when you're back this far, the thing that they don't talk about all the time is that the draft is actually much more powerful when you have these. Oh, hold on. As we're seeing right now, contact, big wreck. Yellow flag number 2 is out. Cody Neagles again involved. Man, awful night for him tonight. Unfortunate. Looks like Dylan Jones again involved in that first wreck. Cautions breed cautions, and when you're in the back, Emery, it's tough. Caution comes out.
If we could take another look at that. That's just, man.
Right, according to this, Dylan C. Jones right here, he's coming in. We're seeing the 40, that yellow car right there comes down across the nose almost of Cody Neagles. Just really has nowhere to go. Dylan Jones.
Yeah, he just came up, and I can hear Cody Neagles on the mic, and he's pretty frustrated. Getting some damage early twice now. That's his second caution involvement, and it's just a bummer. I don't know if he used his fast repair first time, but he absolutely will have to do it this time around.
Yeah, I'll try and see here from high above, try and get a good angle here. But definitely unfortunate for a couple of these guys. I mean, you don't want to be out this early. High above right here, we'll play it. Well, doesn't want to cooperate with us, but we saw it. Unfortunately, Dylan Jones came across the nose of, Osborne came across the nose of Cody Neagles. And that'll bring our second caution of the day on lap 11.
Second caution. Again, we're seeing the cautions come out early like we saw last week. I think these guys just kind of, they got to settle down, bring it all back, and get some green flag racing going. But man, it's challenging. There's a lot of competitiveness out here. These drivers really want to do well, and they want to get up front and try to get this win. A lot of money on the line. So we're looking at it now. Guys coming into the pits. Now the strategy even plays out more. You get some fuel and play the long run again. We have to end at stage, lap 20 for the first stage.
That's right.
And that's going to be coming up in 9 laps.
And right now, this is big for Steve Korsak, pole sitter. He's deciding to come down now, potentially take those 4 tires, maybe full fuel, whatever it is. But then I bet come time for that first stage, that'll be it. Might not come in right now, a little slow. I'm not sure what's going on there.
Yeah, he's kind of just coming out. Interesting. And one thing you got to think about too is when your teammates are going to pit with you. You typically see them all come down as a group because they want to stay together so that they can work their way through the field to get up front. But man, very interesting. 12 laps down, and I think these cautions kind of play weird factors for these drivers. They want to try to figure out what route they want to go. This is not typical, but looks like number 6 of Heath Job, he's up front. Kevin, it's Sean Hill in that 77. He's in 3rd.
A lot of good moves going on right now. Yeah, I mean, the guys up front are doing really well. It's just it's one of those things where, I mean, these drivers, you know, when they're up front, they're doing well, but then you get into that wreck, it puts you in the back of the pack, you use the fast repair, you know, and then you get involved in a second wreck and it just ruins your day. So it's unfortunate for those boys who are trying to get a good finish and place in that money, but next week will have to be their week.
Yeah, Jeremy Osborne in that 41 car. Looks like he's already a lap down. Not sure if he's still in the pits or if he had some issues early with the fast repair, but 12 laps into the race and already 1 lap down. He can make it back, but you hate to be back there.
And keep
Everybody
in mind,
else, though, yeah, go
ahead.
Everybody else on the field is on their lead lap, though. So we got 30 cars still that are on the lead lap, and they're in it. They're in it for the running.
That's great. I mean, and keep in mind too that little mess that we saw coming to the green involving Zachary Lima. He is, I believe, used his fast repair because the back of his car was pretty beat up. Right now, it looks like it's fully repaired and fresh. So he might have used that fast repair, unfortunately, for that mishap. You hate to see that. Him and Josh Hill, I'm sorry, Sean Hill were involved. Right now, has some damage there on the outside of his car, all smudged in on the right side. Not good. So, hate to see that for sure, but sometimes, yeah, you're right. Wheel misfunctions or malfunctions, a lot can happen.
Yeah, and it doesn't take much to have these damage on these cars, and you'll fall back. It just depends. It depends on where the damage is at on the car. So if it's in the front, you typically will see yourself having troubles with RPMs. If it's on the rear, you can kind of get by and have damage on that car, but still be okay. So it's early on, and man, this much damage and cautions going on with 13 laps. I hate to use a quick repair so fast, because if you get some more wrecks or issues, then your day's done.
Yes, sir, it is. And right now, we're on the back stretch. Pace car lights are already off. We're going to go back green here shortly. On lap 13, going to go on lap 14. We'll have 6 laps to go until stage 1 ends.
Something cool this season, they're doing trophies. So a trophy will be awarded to the regular season top 3 and the winner of the championship race. So at the end of the season, these guys might get some hardware and also some money. So really cool that Ron has added that to this season, season 2.
Love that. Quick shout out to all the folks who are watching Race Day Live with us. Emery and Steve right here, myself. Tell you what, a lot of good fun tonight. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit all the buttons I like to joke around with. And hey, we appreciate you. Thanks for sticking around. This race is just beginning. Going to be a lot of good times here.
Absolutely. Tell your friends, tell your mom, dad, send it to them. Even if they don't watch racing, just send it to them. They can watch tonight. Pace car is off. And we will go back green racing here at Talladega Super Speedway. Kevin in that 25 will take us into turn 1. The green flag has dropped. Looking there, Steve. Looks like a couple of guys jumped out top there to make it 3 wide right away.
And they want to so bad to make the outside lane work, but don't have the steam yet. They need more cars on the outside lane.
Great looking shot there as we now see Mr. Maines up front. He is in fourth. One of the drivers and one of the names we talked about. You got to look out for him. He came out and didn't do too well last week, but this week I know he's out here trying to get a win. 77 Sean Hill's out front as well. Contact.
Oh,
in
big
the
wreck
back.
right here. Massive, massive wreck. Not quite the big one, Emery, but man, oh man, big enough.
Absolutely, not quite the big one, but we've got some cars involved here. 15 laps in, third caution breaks out. These guys are running out of quick repairs.
Yeah, yes, sir. All right, so I'm being told it's on Ambrose Niebel potentially, so we'll look back at this. And we are already into it right there. Man, huge contact. We'll definitely go back further in time and try and... Man, they're already...
Oh, he got loose right there. If you go back just a little bit, it looks like he...
Try and get a good camera angle here. So Ambrose is in that 04. Oh, it just kind of comes up. The 73 into the 04. Can't quite tell if that was just a hard side draft or maybe he thought he was clear, to be honest, but big, big wrecks right here. Oh, man, 94 tries to sneak through. Kind of does, but definitely some minor damage. Lots of unhappy wrecks right here in cars. Not good.
Not good. Not good at all, as we have one viewer say, are these guys driving with joysticks? Well, I will tell you, we had a driver last year. It wasn't in this series, but he was literally driving with a controller, and it was pretty wild to see. But I hope not. I hope they're not playing with joysticks. Either way, they're gonna figure it out here. It's still early on. I know the guys up front. Like I talk about it, it gets frustrating when you're trying to get a rhythm going, and these start breaking out like this, especially at a Talladega Super Speedway. But like you said, Steve, this does happen. It's racing.
Yeah. I mean, that is part of the racing. And the thing is, too, like we saw last week, and Emery, correct me if I'm wrong, but we saw a caution come out right during the stage break on lap 20. So if the caution does come out, it looks like, or it sounds like, they're going to throw out that one, we'll have that one lap shootout on lap 2021 if that were to break out. So definitely crazy.
Yeah, it was interesting how that fell into place there. It was a shootout at the end of the stage. And then at the end of the race, the white flag came out. They got in big contact at the end, but at that point, the race continues. So even on the final lap, if the white flag is out and there is a caution that does break, it stays green. So that's what we saw last week, and then John Ellis Jr. got the win.
Yeah. A lot can happen here today.
I think what we should do, Steve, I think we should look at some paint schemes.
Oh my. Okay, hold on now.
Let's take a look at some of these drivers' paint schemes.
You are talking my language right now. We'll start from the top. Heath Job. Tell you what, these patriotic paint schemes, I'm here for it.
Absolutely. A lot of them out here, and it's got those green wheels on that 07, which is pretty sweet.
Love that. Jason Maines. Simple. Number 1
Simple.
Lennox. Love that. Looking good. I'll tell you what, I like this a lot. And it's got like this, it's like it's retro kind of, but it also has like a alternate retro look to, or alternate, I have no idea. But it looks really good.
It does. The colors are a little different. So you got the red with the black with that green look.
Yeah.
I'm just not a big cornflakes guy.
Yeah, well, but Frosted Flakes.
Okay, I can do Frosted Flakes.
That's where the game changes for me, in my mind.
But if you got cornflakes and you've got like the nuts and stuff in there, I'm out.
Raisins? No, we don't do that.
Yeah, I'm out.
Nope. John Ellis Jr. in that 4 Loco. I talked about it last week. Tell you what, my 20s, 4 Locos, is a good time. And also a bad
Watch
time.
out.
Yeah.
Watch out.
So
Four Locos. You don't see the kids drinking that too much these days anymore, but it's still around.
yeah, definitely is. Hey, one thing I want to take a look at if we can. I don't think I can, but if you saw the inside of his suit, or his suit looks like he's wearing overalls. It's very, very funny.
We'll have to check that out if we can. Those
Trying to
camera
see
angles
if
are kind of tough.
Trying to see if we can get a good angle here. It is hilarious. We'll work on that. But it's funny, trust me. All right, rounding out the top 10. We'll hit the top 10 first, Emery. Jeff Merck, looking at USS George Washington. Solid. Love that. Brendan Broadfoot. I feel like this looks like a lot like Sebastian's paint scheme from last week, but blue instead of purple.
A little bit.
Looks
really close
good.
to it.
Mike Davenport, personal favorite of this one. I like it. I like the red. Man, just
Colorado Springs.
looks sick.
Bringing the blaster look there.
We talked about John Mollahan's ride last week, old school junior paint scheme. Love it. Love it, love it.
Absolutely. Got to. Well, 18 laps now, and the pace car lights are off again. And once he comes off the track, we're going to go back racing. You can hear these guys in the chat. Looks like they're having a little bit of fun talking back and forth on the radio. And to bring up a point there, these guys, last season racing with them, I did the full series. A bunch of good guys. They all get along. You know, you don't have this back and forth bickering or fighting or anything like that. They're really respectful dudes, and coming out here every week and racing, and it's just a lot of fun and fun to be a part of. But we'll see this season. A lot of new faces too. So these guys are trying to come out, make a name for themselves, and try to get a win, and obviously try to get money. But pace car is almost off as he is coming off the track. And Steve, take us away here as we got the green flag coming out again at Talladega.
Yes, sir. Heath Job going to be leading us off into turn 1 from the tri-oval right now. Holding on to it. The restart zone is deep into that tri-oval. Got to watch out for it right now. Coming down to the start-finish line. Geico restart zone is right there. Green flag in the air currently. We are going green right now.
Now it's a shootout, really. 2 laps, and we got that stage break. Let's see what these guys can do.
Awesome job, 2x2x2. Trying to poke out is that 60 car. Can't quite get it done. Maybe get some help there by the 55. That's stage 1. It's coming.
They are trying to get points and trying to get out front before this stage ends. One more lap, it looks like. Hill still out front. Maines still out front. That 26. Jeff in that 30. John Ellis Jr. in that 21. Your last week's winner. Big time names out front trying to get a win. As you can see that they are pushing and trying to get through the pack. Side by side, 3 in the back. This will be the final lap until the stage caution comes out.
Jason Maines leads the pack. Uh-oh, gonna get freight trained here potentially. Has inside and outside. 3 wide, gonna get sucked in. Oh, big Mullahan goes around. He is out of this thing. Oh, big spin, 60 car. Yellow flag is out.
And that will end the stage. Guys in the back there getting some damage.
Unfortunate. And John Ellis Jr. going to be leading us off. Looks like they're racing back to the line. Can't quite tell what's going on here, but no one's lifting.
Yes, no one is lifting. They raced that out. So, yeah, interesting point there. As it sits, John Ellis will be your leader when we go back to green racing after this stage break.
Great job right there. I mean, Emery, that's the thing, too. I mean, these stages don't pay. So, I mean, it's interesting to see these guys going for the stage win when it's not really necessary for the overall, race experience.
Yeah, sometimes they will do a $25 bonus on a stage win. I don't know if that's in place tonight. There used to be, I believe there was a scoring system as well. So not sure. You're right. They're racing it all the way out to the finish there, lap 20.
So John Mollahan right here going to get kind of sucked into that 25. Just unfortunately, just tries to save it. Does he save it right here? Oh, not quite. Man, did a great job there. That wasn't the caution though. The caution came a little bit later on, right in front. Yeah, that 60 of Jeff Merck. Excuse me. We'll go back just a little further back. Try and see what actually went down here, but yeah, they're starting to stack up. Mollahan in that orange 29 right there, you're going to see him go out, but then right here, these guys 4 wide right there. The 60 just tries to clear himself over the 55, comes across the nose of that red car right there, just doesn't quite make it work, causes a big old yellow.
And we've seen this a couple times now. Guys just coming up and crossing the nose and not clear and causing the wreck. So I think that's maybe the 3rd time we've seen a car come up and drift and cause these accidents. But
yeah,
man,
it's difficult. I mean, you know, your spotter, it's working overtime. I mean, it's you got cars to your outside, your inside. I mean, your front quarter panel, your back quarter panel. It's so hard to know if you're truly clear or not. That's why having, you know, and even especially for these races right here, having a live spotter is so key. And usually it's the guys who have the live spotters that do the best, because they just, it's just a much more reliable source than, you know, any number of overlays or apps you can do from third-party online stuff.
I'll tell you what, a live spotter is definitely key, and it takes me out of positions I don't need to be in, right? So in my mind, if I don't have a spotter, I'm making the wrong decision, and I can have a guy in the back just saying, "Hey, chill out, drop it down low, don't go there." It's just it's good information. And then also with these long runs and these guys making passes on the right side, going 3 wide, it's really nice to have that information right there at live feed.
That's right. Well, right now that was our first stage, I believe. Yes. So great job by these guys. Again, John Ellis looks like he did win that stage. Right now, out of pit road, comes out at P2. Looks like Kevin Freeze is going to be your leader today. Right now, as we restart, going to be a good time. So far, a good race. 4th caution of the day. But so far, good racing when we've had it. And tell you what, 38 more laps. It's going to be a great time.
And we still have 2 drivers. We only have 2 drivers now. Not on the lead lap. So 29 cars still in the field out here trying to get this win. We've got Danny Barnes and Bobby Forbes. Those are the 2 drivers that are out, it looks like. One's 2 laps down, the other one is 5. Danny in that 16 might have time to make his way back on lead lap, but it'll be a tough one for him to make that happen. Now with the end of this stage, Steve, who do you think is going to come out here and get a win tonight? We picked our drivers last week.
Man,
what are your thoughts for here?
I'll tell you what. I mean, John Ellis does look like a pretty good contender for a back-to-back. Obviously, he's doing really well right now. He's having a great run so far. Won that first stage. I think he's a favorite. Definitely knows how to get it done. But part of me, I mean, we just saw flashes of brilliance right there by Jason Maines. I think that's a good contender for the win. Me personally, man, I really can't say. I keep going back to Heath Drobe. I feel like he's doing a really good job. He won, or he was leading for a while. I mean, my pick of the day so far, can't quite say yet. Me personally, I just keep going back to John Ellis. I think he's going to go back to back. I really do.
Yeah, it's a great pick, and I think you may be right. John Ellis Jr. got the win last week and looking strong this week as well. And he's sitting up there in 2nd. I'm going to go with the number 5 of Matthew Baker. I think he's going to sneak out a win tonight. Matthew Baker, the number 5, out front getting a win. We shall see, though.
Love that. Has some damage on the left side a little bit in the back end. Might be saving that fast repair, but you're right. Haven't talked much about him. And those are usually the guys you got to watch out for. So,
yeah,
right pick.
Jason Maines there, too. Looks like he's got some damage in the back. So I'm not sure if he has used his fast repair. Steve, the pace car is off. Stage 1 has ended. We're going to go back racing as we are almost halfway there to the end of this race. Big money on the line. First place going to get over $100. Second place over $100 as the green flag is out and we are underway here at Talladega.
Emery, I think there's no better time right now than to Bring the Noise, sponsored by our great channel partner, Harpoon Design. Let's get it.
Let's bring the noise.
Man, and we saw it live again, Emery, in that same camera angle as last week. Huge,
Last week
huge wreck.
we had the same wreck. Yep. Great shot there, but caution is out. Maybe we are jinxing the field with the Bring the Noise because that's 2 for 2.
I'll tell you what, that is 2 for 2 right at the beginning of turn 3 each time. It's all good. We'll go back and look at that incident. I did see, yeah, J.R. Miller involved, Dylan Jones again. Take a look. Go back here a bit. So J.R. Miller, oh man, already around. Let's go back a bit further. Ah, it does the same thing again. Oh no, your pick, Matthew Baker, right there.
Unfortunate there. So again, we're seeing the car come up and causing some issues. I don't know if this was a little bit of net code or what was going on. Let's take a look. This is a good angle.
I mean, some slight net code there with that 78. It really wasn't a whole lot, but that he just came across the nose a little bit of that 5 of Matthew Baker and just, man, had nowhere to go.
Third or fourth time we've seen these types of wrecks here at Talladega. Unfortunate. 25 laps now down. We still got a ways to go at that 60 mark. And I'll tell you what, a lot of these drivers have already used their fast repair, and so they're holding on for everything that they've got.
Yeah, it's
If
tough.
you were
I
a
mean,
driver,
man.
yeah, if you're a driver and haven't used your fast repair yet, you've got the advantage.
That's right. And again, Matthew Baker coming down looking like a Toro Modified. With the front of that car ripped off, unfortunately for him, but going to come down, probably use that fast repair if he hasn't already. Oh, it looks like he hasn't. Or he has used it. Don't see him popping it on.
I think he has used it. I mean, that's typically if they have that fast repair available, they'll just go ahead and run it and use it now. But he's going to have to sit in the pits and have those guys work on the car a little bit to see if he can come back out here and stay on the lead lap.
Couple of favorites right here, back to back. Zachary Lima, I mean, looking pretty beat up. Steve Korosek, pole sitter. Cars don't look too happy right now.
Got a clean 90 there though. 24 has some damage to the front of his car, not a whole lot. Hopefully he still has RPMs.
A lot going on here. Looks like Jeremy Osborne was involved in a prior caution. Used that fast repair for sure. Has some extra damage. These guys obviously repairing their stuff now while under yellow. And that's the great thing about Talladega is that it's the biggest track. It takes forever to get around here, you know, so it can really use this time wisely. Oh, man, look at that J.R. Miller machine. That car is unhappy.
Yeah, he's got trouble there. You can also play it, you can leave the pits, come back around, go right back into the pits, and still have time to get back out on the track to follow the lead lap. But, yeah, you're right. This track is extremely large. So if you do have some damage, you can sit in the pits for quite some time to fix what you need to. Now, if you have too much damage, though, you're never going to get that time back. You can never fix that car well enough to come out here and compete. So
That's right.
I don't see a lot of that going on at this point in time. But any more damage to these drivers, these cars, you're going to start seeing that. Still, only 2 drivers off the lead lap. That's Danny Barnes and Bobby Forbes.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, this man right here in P1, Kevin Freese, he is not a bad choice, Emery, if you still want to pick somebody other than Matthew Baker. Because Matthew Baker, unfortunately, great drive, but just, I mean, man, he just had some unlucky scenarios right there. But Kevin Freese, the more I'm looking at him, the more I like that car today.
Yeah, that might be a driver we should have picked, Kevin Freese. I might just pick him. You know what? I'm going number 25. How about that?
Perfect. We'll just
maybe
edit
the
out.
Frosted Flakes will work out for me here. You got Frosted Flakes and you got Four Locos, 1 and 2.
I'll tell you what, if only that car won at Indianapolis, you get the milk, get the Kellogg's.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Oh man.
That's good TV right there.
It is. Well, lap 27. We're 3 laps away from halfway. And this thing is going to heat up, Emery. I've got a funny feeling.
I have that same feeling, and I also had the same feeling this last week where on this last lap, when we've got a white flag, I think we're going to see some cars sideways coming across that finish line again. So
yes, just a few.
See how it plays out. Just a few. 27 laps down. Kevin in that 25, he's out front. John Ellis Jr., he's in second. David Sheets, he's in third. Jason Baines, fourth. Keith Joe, that 6 car. That's your top 5 as we go back green here shortly. This is where it starts getting a little crazy, Steve. This is when guys really trying to make their way up front so they can be at the right time, right position to get a win. Money's
right
on the line. Anytime you've got that in play, it really changes some things. So, gonna be fun to watch. Pace car's gonna be leaving here shortly, and we're gonna go green again. Still got a big field out here as the pace car's off. Kevin and John Ellis Jr. now will take us into turn 1. Talladega Super Speedway. Money Racing, Ron Morris. Green flag has dropped. We are back live. See what the boys can do. Kevin out front early on the inside, working pretty well with David. Jason Maines right there too. Gabe Butler up here now. Looks like they're being a little conservative, Steve. Nothing 3 wide just yet.
I mean, right there, Monahan had to use his fast repair in the orange machine right there in the middle of the pack. Making it work, though. Woo, makes a bold move there on the outside.
Big jump up top, gets left behind, no help right now. Will more drivers pop out to give him a push? No help, and he's going to drop some spots right now. As we're on the back stretch, it looks like they are playing a little bit safer. John Ellis Jr., the 21, he's out front now. Good on shot board here on the outside, trying to work his way through. Needs help, needs drivers behind him to push him. He's just losing the draft.
3 wide for him right now. Woo! Jeff Merck right now, 3 wide all around him.
That middle line gets a little dicey. Great driving so far, as now we have broke out to that 3 wide look. John Ellis Jr., Kevin Freese trying to make it. They're the 1 and 2. Jason D. Maines in the 26. He's now 3rd.
And Emery, right now we have reached lap 30, so this is halfway point of the race. Tuesday Night Thunder, race number 2 of the season. Great job so far. We are 2 wide for the lead. Kevin Freese and John Ellis Jr.
No more stages. This is it. We go all the way to the checkered flag. 31 laps down.
Tell you what, incredible racing right now. 3 by 3 by 3 by. Tell you what, you can throw a blanket over the top 20 right now. This is incredible racing.
And now we've got Cody up there. Where did he come from? 31 car now up front. Top 5. Cody Niegels. He's in 4th now. Jason Main drops back to 5th. One car down below.
Hold on to her.
Does not lose the back. He's still got help behind him. As we talked about it, Steve, I'm looking at the ticker here. Matthew Baker started 8th, is now sitting 28th. May have some issues in the back there, trying to make his way back through the pack. Not a lot of help.
Oh, Cody Niegels in the front of the pack. Huge wreck, John Ellis Jr. Big wreck, Cody Ellis.
And they're still wrecking.
Oh, no. The whole field. Cody Niegels got turned.
And that is called the big one there.
Zachary Lima drifting in the corners right here in the grass.
He's trying to get that car back to the pits as fast as he can.
Unfortunate right there. Front of the pack. Big name players got involved. We'll break it down for you.
A lot of damage after the fact, too. That's a big break for some of these drivers that need to get some more work done to that car. As we're looking at the number 1 there, big damage. I believe that's Jason.
We have to go way back to find out what exactly happened here. Just
big contact after the fact there. Wow.
Well, right on board, Cody Niegels. I'll start with him. We'll go back a little further back so you guys can see it, but right there, man, just carnage. 4 wide, 5 wide almost. Jeff Merck right there involved. Oh, Monahan and Cody Niegels hit big damage. John Ellis Jr. right there. You're seeing him get spun. Major damage right there on the inside.
John Ellis Jr. already used his fast repair, so that could be problemsome.
Unfortunate. We'll go back just a little bit.
So it looks like the car on the outside.
So we're seeing it. Cody Niegels on the outside, that top right, white car. Oh, gets a bad push by the 50.
Just get bad push, yep. Loses it there. Nothing he could really do.
Seeing Jason Mains get involved right there. 77. Cody Niegels does kind of fine until Monahan just collides into him.
29.
A bunch of these guys had nowhere to go. Just when you're in front of the field like that, you just not a lot you can do. We'll take one more look at it.
Yeah, when you're in these races, you got to make sure that you're making that push solid and square in the back, because if you don't, these type of things happen. 60 comes, hits the 9, gets him sideways, and that was history. Big wreck in front of the field and just nowhere to go for a lot of these drivers.
Yeah, in real time right there. Just unfortunate. Big mess. Well, here's the thing. That shakes up the field, Emery, big time. So we're going to see a bunch of guys in the front of the field that we haven't seen yet. This is great for these guys who are in the back of the pack. Keep in mind that, you know, maybe wanted to just kind of chill out, relax, and kind of avoid that big one. And right now, there's definitely some guys who did that.
Absolutely. The top 5 now is almost a different group of drivers, and it is. We've got Kenneth there in 03, Chad Ross, Mike Davenport in the 55, Andrew in that 28 car, and Steven.
What?
Top 5.
Yeah, it's definitely tough. I mean, you know, these things aren't easy, right? I mean, you have, 30 cars, which is quite a bit, for a track like this. And obviously that push right there wasn't, in the corner. You never want to make that kind of a, a push in the corner, but just hit them the wrong way. And these Xfinity cars, they're tough because they just maneuver different than, maybe one of the Craftsman trucks or Cup Series cars. So it's not easy. And right now you got, when you're 3 wide and, cars all around you, it's easy to make a mistake. Very, very easy.
Yeah, it's unique that they run the Xfinity car, and I like that. And for the first reason is the trucks, anybody can drive those out here all day long. I think the Xfinity car is a little bit more of a challenge, especially to some of these drivers that are new to this. So I like that aspect. I think the Cup cars, they don't handle too bad on a Talladega Super Speedway or Daytona, but Xfinity cars, they're very unique, and you're kind of seeing this out here tonight, and I think that's part of the factor of why we're seeing what we're seeing.
100%. Again, big money on the line right now, and a bunch of cars coming down pit road, getting those tires, fixing some damage. But yeah, I mean, it's one of those things, right? It's just not easy. This is not, at the end of the day, you've got 30 cars all next to each other, and you've got potential internet connection issues that could be a factor. It's a lot.
Yep.
But these guys, considering what we're doing, is it's pretty great. But up front,
now we've got go ahead,
man. Hey, take it away. We have a whole new front 5.
Well, we do have a whole new front 5. I was just going to bring up the fact is we've got now several cars off the lead lap, 4, 5 in total. Brock in that 20, J.R. Miller in that 78. They are all 1 lap down, so they will need a caution to get a lucky dog if they can, so they can be back on lead lap. But we're over halfway in this race. They are running out of time, but up front, 03, Kenneth, he's in first place. Chad Ross, he's in second. Mike Davenport in third. That's your top 3. As the drivers that we were seeing up here all front all day long, Jason Maines now is in 24th. He started 9th. Matthew Baker, my pick of today, started 8th. He's in 23rd. And John Ellis Jr., last week's winner, is now in 25th. So they've got to make some changes, and they got to make their way through this whole pack of 30-plus cars. Let's see if they can do it. Pace car is off. And we've had a new face, new driver out front, going to take us into turn 1. That's Kenneth at 03. Chad Ross going to be right next to him in second.
I'll tell you what, do not count out Steve Korsak in P5. Pole sitter for today.
Ron Morris Racing, Tuesday Night Thunder. We are back green. Money on the line, over $100 gets paid out to the winner.
I'll tell you what, these cars in the front of the field, beat up cars, they won't push well. And right now you're seeing it, the 88 is making a huge move. Gabe Butler to the front.
And Sean Hill in that 77 working very well up top. He puts himself out front now. Big push. Fantastic job for those 2 guys out front now, Butler and Hill.
Watch out for this pack right here.
Back. Absolutely.
3 wide. Fast guys coming through the field. They're fast. Kevin Freese right there. You gotta be careful. This is the most dangerous part about getting themselves back to the front.
And that bottom line kind of shaping up to be almost single file as they're trying to figure out which way they want to go.
Man, take a look at that John Ellis ride. That thing is beat up. And it's getting pushed to the front. Love to see it.
Still making it work. No bumper, but look at him go. Gabe Butler in the 88 now out front. .24 to go here at Talladega. Still trying to make that outside lane work. Just no help from behind. Man, fantastic job from these guys with some of the damage that they have on their cars, still making it work.
Tell you what, John Ellis Jr. on the outside has just 1 car behind him, and they are getting their way to the front of the pack. Unbelievable.
Jason Maines now in 19th. Jeremy Osborne in 18th. Some of those drivers that started in the back, can they make their way up? They're running out of time. 23 laps now to go. Sean Hill working real well down below. Right next to 55 Davenport on the outside.
Oh no!
Oh, contact again by the 10. Comes up on the track, 2 cars involved. Caution is out. And once again, we're seeing these cars not staying in the lane and causing the wreck, but oh man, unfortunate there.
Big mess again. Back of that, not so much the front of the field, but right behind that big pack at the front. You hate to see it. Just impatience with 22 laps to go. We'll go back real quick and take a look and see what actually happened, but man, Mollahan again involved.
Yeah, we'll take another look.
Already in progress. We'll go back a little further back. Oh man, even further. Apologize.
Yeah, let's take another look. Yeah, just a little bit farther.
I think right here, this is going to be it. Right now, that John Mollahan in that orange car right there. Going to be right now in the middle. Comes down a little bit. Right behind that 38. Oh, the 10 car comes up and just gets into the 29. Gets offline right there. And tell you what, Mollahan had nowhere to go. Kevin Freese getting involved right there. Some back end damage. Not a whole lot. 90 comes right back into the 29 to add insult to injury. Unfortunate for these guys, but man, heavy contact right here for Brock Westmoreland. Not good.
So one thing too, these guys are out here right now. They're racing for the money to get a win tonight, but this is a season, so you can come out here and not place that well, and maybe first week of the season you got to win. What I'm trying to say is they take all these points each race, and at the end of the season, if you're in the top 16, you can get paid out quite a bit of money. So these guys are looking long-term as well, but I know there's frustration at the moment. I can hear the guys chatter. Just a lot of damage to these cars, and then some of these drivers you see out here every day up front, they're in the back. Jeff D. Merck, he started 18th. He's now 25th. One driver you see up front there. Man.
And right now we're seeing, I mean, right here, Kevin Freese, definitely a favorite in my mind. Looks like he had to use that fast repair. That back end got popped out, so held on to it for that long, which is great. 21 laps to go, so going to definitely be a factor here in this race again. But if he can get through the field, that's kind of the kiss of death at tracks like this is, hey, you've got a fast repair, you've got that clean car, but now you got to get through the field cleanly and then back where you belong. So tough time for them, but a bunch of cars right now.
I think you're right, Steve. I think that 25, he's looking pretty good right now. When we go back green racing, we're going to have 19 laps to go. And, man, if you don't have any damage on that car and it's clean, you can make your way up to the front. But you're going to need help from guys that have fresh cars as well to make it happen. 21 laps, 19 laps to go. Still quite some time, but we'll see what he can do here. There's no bumper on that car. Looks like that got ripped off early.
Fortunately for
a lot of these cars with no bumper up front now.
Definitely tough. I mean, again, Zachary Lima started P2, I believe. Unfortunate race for him. He's not going to get that finish he wanted. But back up front, Gabe Butler looking great in the 88. Steve Korsak, again, car looking clean. P1 pole sitter. A lot of great guys here.
Gabe in that 88. He actually started fourth. He's now looking at first position, but he's kind of been patient. He's been kind of holding back in the middle of the pack.
Yeah.
And now he's out front, and he's timed it out perfectly because, man, he looks like one of the drivers out here to be the one to beat. And Steve and Sean Hill in the 77, Mike Davenport in the 55. It's going to be a fun finish here at Talladega.
I'll tell you what, and again, like I talked about him earlier in my little group of favorites. Again, I still think John Ellis is going to be a favorite, assuming he has that fast repair. If not, then, well, Probably not, unfortunately for him. But that '07 Heath Job, we talked about him earlier, looking really good. Clean car, has no issues on it, looks sparkly fresh. So I'll tell you what, I mean, quiet race so far, but doing a great job.
Yeah, Ambrose in the '04 started 30th, is now sitting 11th,
Yeah.
and looks like pretty clean car as well. So
Yeah, was involved
another name.
Was involved in one of those stage 1 wrecks. Definitely uses fast repair, so right now he's holding on to it, but yeah, great job for him.
7th caution today, 20 laps to go at Talladega. Money on the line. Winner will get over $100. Top 5 will actually get paid out as well. It is $25 to enter these races. Ron Morris Racing, check them out. Does a great job every Tuesday night. These guys come out here and race. They're doing it for 12 weeks. In the Xfinity cars, 100% fuel, unlimited tires, 1 fast repair, 60 laps. Stage break at lap 20. And I believe majority of the time is going to be at this super speedway, but they also go to Daytona to race these money races as well.
Sir.
It's going to shape up to be a good finish here, and Gabe Butler out front in that 88 is your leader. Steve in a 27, he's in second. Sean Hill in the 77, he's in third. We are going to go back to green flag here at Talladega Super Speedway. Someone's going to get paid out. I'm excited to see it, Steve. We're going back racing.
Let's get it. I'll tell you what, right now, Emery, it is crunch time. These boys in the front, they want to stay up front. They know what can happen if they get further back. You got to hold on to it right now. Gabe Butler choosing the outside lane in front of Steve Korosek.
And Gabe was getting pushed by Sean in that 77, jumps out top, and now Sean Hill is going to take the lower line and bring it out front. Interesting move by Gabe in the 88.
This secondary pack right here, gotta watch out for them. They're 2 wide, 3 wide a second ago. A lot of favorites in that pack. Gotta watch out for them, but out front, Sean Hill taking the lead.
Sean Hill doing a great job on that inside lane, is now looking at the 88 of Gabe making a push. Steven at 27's making a good push. Working together well. Outside lane is coming together.
Whew. Little dicey there by Brandon Broadfoot. Gotta watch out for that.
It'll be 17 laps as they cross, and it looks like we've got a couple different groups now. These boys out front doing well, and then you've got another secondary group in the back. No one's taking it 3 wide just yet.
3 wide right here, right now. Outside car of Broadfoot.
And he gets some help. Sometimes you get on an outside like that, you're on an island, and you can lose a lot of spots, and
yeah.
It looks like that's happening to him right now.
And unfortunately, that second pack just caught up.
Yep.
Gonna get Freight Train there a little bit.
And some of these big-time movers up top here, Chad Ross.
Oh, hold on. Major wreck up front. Whole front of the pack.
Oh,
John Ellis Jr. involved
man.
again. Unfortunate right here. Big, big, big wreck.
I think that might be the biggest wreck of the evening at that 17-16 to go mark of this race.
Steve Korosek finds his way through that pack a little bit. Has some rear damage, but not too bad. Sean Hill was your leader at the time. Sneaks through it. Man, what happened to the front of this pack?
Let's take another look at this, Steve. Unbelievable. I'm surprised no cars were on their hoods.
Might take a second here just to find. that was pretty wild.
That was a doozy.
like it's already happened back then, so apologize. Give us just a second, folks.
As it sits right now, Sean Hill in that 77 is your leader. 88 gets spun right here.
Yeah, there it is. I'll try and get a better view a little bit.
Oh man, the 07. Big,
Right here.
big contact.
This is going to be a bit of bad push, potentially. Take a look here as they go into turn 3. Try and play it forward just a little bit until we see some calamity, but right now, I mean, you're seeing the 07 right there pushing the 77 of Sean Hill. You don't typically want to be doing that. That's usually pretty dangerous. Yeah, the 07 is going to come up. Oh man, a bad push by the 27 into the 88 of Gabe Butler. Again, you can't be pushing in situations like that. In the corners, these cars will go right around. Massive hit for the 55.
55, almost on his hood right here. Man. These are wrecks you do not recover from unless you have a fast repair. If you do not, your day is done. Man, oh man.
Yeah, I mean, just calamity everywhere. The 04, we talked about him having a great top 10 run right there, but I mean, right now, just a lot of guys at these speeds, it's just, you know, a lot of secondary incidents happen, you know, trying to slow down. You know, these cars going, you know, 180, 190, don't like to slow down. And as we're seeing Chad Ross in the grass right here, but doesn't have a whole lot of damage. But yeah, just it's unfortunate. These wrecks can happen quick.
Yeah, I'm looking now. We've got about 3 or 4 cars, new cars that are off the lead lap. J.R. Miller in that 70, he is 1 lap down. Mike Davenport in the 55, gonna go 1 lap down, and Heath in the 6, gonna go 1 lap down. So man, mixing it up even more. John Hill in that 77 out front. Steven in that 27 second. Kenneth in the 03. Your top 3 right now as it sits. 15 to go here at Talladega. Still a lot of good drivers, big names out top in the top 10. Cody Niegels has found his way up to 7th now after getting some issues. And look at Matthew Baker. He's in 6th.
Yeah. Great job. A lot of guys got involved with earlier wrecks. I mean, Jeff Merck, we talked about him. Kevin Freeze, keep in mind, big favorite in our minds today, doing really good. Cody Niegels, they're finding their way back up to the front.
Absolutely, absolutely. John Ellis Jr., our winner from last week, is now sitting 16th. He started the grid 11th. And again, Jason Maines in the 26 car, struggling once again. He's in 17th. Not sure if he had some contact in the last caution or not, but man,
hey, I'll tell you what,
we're running out of time here. We're at 15 to go. We'll be about 13 or so when we go green.
A couple of nuggets here. Keep in mind, John Ellis Jr., we saw the back end of that car beat up. Right now, use that fast repair. So he did keep that in his back pocket. He currently has that brand new car sitting 16th. I'm telling you what, look out for him. And then number 2.
Feel good about that, Steve.
I do. And I'll tell you what, number 2, fun fact, there is not one Toyota in this field.
Interesting.
Very, very interesting. All Fords and all Chevys today.
Right.
So,
well,
pace
Steve,
car lights.
Yeah, go
Whoa.
on. Hello.
Go
No, I was really going to ask you. I was going to say, where do you want to be at this point in time? I mean, you almost got to think there's going to be another caution that comes out because these guys are just going to race so hard. But do you want to be up front right now, or do you want to kind of sit back still?
Honestly, I want to be, and I'm not even kidding, I want to be right where the 03 car is, or the 60. I want to be in that second line or third line, I would say, but definitely not the front line. For me, at super speedways, I consider super speedways one of my favorite tracks and better tracks. I just like the packaging here. I like the drafting. I just, some people have a certain sense for it because it is difficult. It's a different style of racing. But me, I don't want to be the leader. I want to be the guy in the back, you know, maybe second, third, fourth, fifth, and just get myself into a situation where I can set myself up for that last lap pass.
Absolutely. In my opinion, if I got a clean car, if maybe I just used a fast repair, I kind of want to feel like I want to be in the back because I know another caution's coming out, maybe another wreck. And if you get past that one and you're clean, I think you have a really good chance. But man, either way, Steve, you might be right. I may be wrong. You never know with this type of racing. Pace car is off. We're going to go green again at Talladega Super Speedway. Ron Morris Racing, Tuesday Night Thunder, second race of the season. As the green flag's out, we're going to crown a winner. Give a big shout out to our producer behind the scenes with the camera. Man, great shots tonight.
Great job, Sean Hill right there. Got a great push by Jeff Merck. Awesome job, Steve Korsak. Watch out for him. He's on the inside lane.
Steve in that 27 car. Looks like the sun's starting to come out a little bit. The clouds are going away at Talladega, and we're setting ourselves up with a great finish. As they cross, it'll be 12 to go. Hill in the 77. Steve in the 27. Jeff Merck now up there in the 30. Kinnan in the 03. Brandon Broadfoot and Kevin Freeze, the 25.
Man, don't cut him out. John Ellis making moves right here on the inside lane. In the middle. Got to pick that right lane. Might go down low here and get that draft off the inside lane, but stays right where he is. Ooh, Kevin Korsak gets shuffled a little bit. Holds on to it. Big moves.
A lot of battling out front now as they're trying to navigate if they want to go to the low lane or stay high. John Ellis, though, like you were saying, in that 21, going to be fun to watch him go as he looks like he's going to take the top lane. Does he have help behind it to make it 3?
A lot of beat-up cars. That's the issue. Right behind him, Cody Niegels, Matthew Baker. Fast guys, but those beat-up cars, they can't really push all too well.
And it looks like John's now going to get some help up top there. One car drops down low, gets back into the mix.
Man, look at Jeff.
Got a little loose.
John Ellis on the outside being pushed by Jason Maines. You said it. Jason Maines knows how to get it done here, and right now he's showing it.
I'll tell you what, having Jason Maines and John Ellis in the 21 together, that is concerning because, man, they know how to get to the front. 10 laps to go as they cross in the big wreck up here.
Oh, man. We were just saying it, but Jason Maines got involved in that big wreck a little bit. Right now we're seeing Brandon Broadfoot. Caution just comes out now. Unfortunate for these boys. Under 10 laps to go. Man, oh man.
Such great drivers up front here, and man, I just kind of speechless. 10 to go.
Man, already
Take a look
smoke.
and see what happened here. Yeah.
Trying to get a good view. Already
It's like
happens.
the 03.
All right, let's get that drone cam going. Right now, the 24 on the outside. 60 and 27 are pretty tight right there. Oh, the 03 just comes up into that 22, into Jason Maines on the outside. Had nowhere to go, 3 wide. At that point, you're just playing dominoes. Unfortunate.
Jason kind of got away from there, actually, pretty clean, considering.
Oof.
But man, oh man.
Hard hit by a couple of guys here. Eberhardt getting involved. J.R. Miller right here. Alejandro Montecado. Man, I'll tell you what, that's a hell of a name. But unfortunately,
I think you did just great with that one.
thank you. Man, just tough break. Had a great run. Held on to it the entire race thus far. And man, just sometimes you're the windshield memory and sometimes you're the bug. And
That's right.
Unfortunate, but look at this. Sean Hill. John Ellis Jr. back up front. Uh-oh.
Now, is John Ellis Jr. going to be able to go back-to-back here on Tuesday Night Thunder?
I'll tell you what. I mean, what I saw last week, he had the pace, he had the patience, you know. And right now, some luck, definitely some luck involved. But today, he just seems like everything he learned from last week, it carried over, you know. And right now, we're seeing a bunch of guys coming down pit road.
Yeah, John Ellis Jr. Just really doing everything right again. He was in the middle of the pack, made the run, and now he's looking pretty good at the end of this race, sitting second. See how everything unfolds when they hit the pits and come back out.
A couple of guys we haven't talked much about yet right now, but David Sheets having a great time. Used that fast repair, then off he goes. Nice and quick, so held on to that the entire race. Great job by him. Kenneth McCullough. Awesome job. A lot of guys right now using their fast repairs, it seems like. Ryan Baste.
Haven't seen that 73 car much.
A lot going on here on pit road. Jeremy Osborne again, still on pit road. Eberhardt, a lot of cars right here involved heavily out of the race. But tell you what, Heath Joe, we talked about him earlier too, but man, he was a favorite in my mind. And right now, just too many wrecks, too many incidents. These things happen.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, if you have a fast repair at this point in time of the race and you got a clean car coming out of the pits, you got to feel pretty good about that. And I know a majority of these cars do not. So interesting to see how this plays out. We know John and Sean Hill in the 77. Those are the ones to beat right now. Don't count out Jeff Merck in that 30. Steve in the 27 out front there too. Kevin Freeze in 25. Man, good big time names still out front trying to get this win at Talladega. A lot of money on the line as we're looking at the 77 of Sean Hill. He's got the Ghost Racing Network logo. Pretty cool looking shot there.
Yes, sir. Great guys over there, the Ghost Racing Network. Go check them out. Subscribe to them, like, and subscribe all their videos. Great bunch of guys. We're privileged to have broadcasted these few races, Emery. Been a lot of fun.
Yeah, it has been a lot of fun. I think this will be our final week doing it as we have our league across the way that we have to start taking care of, right?
Yeah, a lot of good stuff going on there. John Ellis, again, P2, man, I'll tell you what. Clean car, used the fast repair, a lot of adversity today to get back to the spot. He's looking great, going for back-to-back. Jeff Merck, again, had the fast repair. That's what it comes down to.
Car.
I mean, it's almost like, you know, there's tires, there's fuel management, but sometimes at these tracks, it's all about that fast repair management. You know, can you hold on to it? Can you fix the damage throughout the race? So far, these guys have done it. P1, pole sitter for the day, Steve Korosek. Sitting P4. Tell you what, man.
Cleveland, Ohio. I like my Browns. Cleveland Browns.
Awesome. And then Kevin Freese, again, clean car. Used the fast repair. These boys are in great shape. I'll tell you what, one person we haven't talked about much today is Christopher McCullough from Savannah, Georgia. Again, a clean car, escape from Tarkov machine. Love this thing. And I'll tell you what, watch out for him. He could be a sleeper. Looking really good out there right now and currently P6. Awesome job.
Yeah, really surprised, Steve, for how many clean cars are out here for the cautions that we've had. So, man, it's going to be shaping up for a good finish. 7 to go. The lights are off the pace car, so we're going to go back. Green flag racing. Everybody at home, Race Day Live, thanks for being here. Appreciate you. We've had some good viewership. Been a lot of fun being out here doing this, Steve.
Yes, sir. Love it. A lot of good times. A lot of good feedback. So appreciate everybody who's watching and who's liked and subscribed and all that fun stuff. A lot of league action coming up soon. Going to be really, really fun for sure. Catch us on Thursday nights for the Misfit Racing League. Great up-and-coming Truck Series League at 9 o'clock on Thursday nights here on this channel, Eastern Time. And then August 1st, ASRA Cup Series Season 5 going to be hitting the channel. It's going to be an incredible time with me and Emery. I'll tell you what, if you want to see Cup action, check out that league starting August 1st. It's going to be a good time. But right now, Sean Hill, 6 laps to go at the line. Who's going to pull this win off, Emery?
It is up in the air, and we shall see, because there's a lot of good drivers up front right now with a clean car. As they get started to go green here again. Green flag is out. Sean Hill, John Ellis Jr., Jeff Merck in the 30. And Sean Hill in that 77 has always gotten great restarts, as he is now on the inside lane working with the number 50.
Man, Steve Korsak on the outside lane trying to push John Ellis, but has that rear damage. Can't quite get it done yet, but right now it's a drag race, two by two.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting if they make it 3 wide heading to turn 1 here. 5 to go, as it looks like one car is going to jump out and try to make that move now. And we've got some contact a little bit. They hold it together.
06.
Good racing there.
David Drohan holding on
trying
to
to make a move. And that's Mark Vondel in the 59. He started grid 15th, now looking at 8th place, right in the mix here at the end. Try to get this win.
And Kevin Freese makes a bold move right there to take the middle lane, right in front of Cody Niegels. Hold on to it. That outside lane is going to be pretty strong here. The middle lane now. A lot of comers and goers. This pack is big, but one wrong move will send these guys into a disarray.
Yeah, a little bit of contact in the middle lane there, kept it together. I believe that was Jason Maines. John Ellis still up front there. Now the 77, Sean Hill makes the inside run. He's going to take the lead.
Woo,
Jump
Sean
back
Hill.
up.
What an incredible
Man,
blocker
oh,
there.
man.
Oh, no, might get turned. Hold on to it.
Looks like they are. 4 to go now. They're on the backstretch. 3 wide, almost 4 wide here.
Man, John Ellis comes right down in front of the 77 of Sean Hill. Incredible maneuverability.
I think that's a great move. Him and Sean working together. What a move.
Three laps to go here for Tuesday Night Thunder. Race number 2 at Talladega.
Guess who's creeping up there? Number 25, trying to make a move. Kevin Freese, can he make it? He's on top. 3 to go.
Man, oh man. Sean Hill giving John Ellis a great push. Jason Maines right behind him, that middle lane. Keep that middle lane in mind. Whoa, the 06 Cody Niegels. These guys get real close right there. Hold on to it.
Together, boys.
Gonna cause some separation here from the front pack. 33 gets turned
Oh,
around.
we're gonna turn to the back. Big wreck.
Yellow flag is out. Big, oh man,
Still
90.
contact going on.
Eberhardt involved. Mark Vondrell gets saved right there. A lot of big messes right here involved. And that will bring out our 10th caution.
10th caution of the day, and I'll tell you what, at the end of this race, it's going to be a shootout.
Tell you what, Tuesday Night Thunder, green, white, checkered finish. I'm here for it. Let's get it. Let's check out.
Big money on the line. Over $100 for your first place winner. Second place is be walking away with over $100. Man.
So the 33 car here, let's go back a little bit. Trying to find Alejandro, I believe. Could be wrong here, but was involved here heavily. Looks like he might have just come across the nose of the 90. I'll pull it back a little bit. See if we can actually see a better view of this. But yeah, so the 33, the blue machine right there, the middle lane. 90 car is right behind him. He at some point gets... Oh, 90 car makes a great move on the outside, but then the 33 might not have known he was there. Oh, just honestly, some pretty hardcore netcode right there.
Yeah.
Hate to see that for sure, but I mean, he just, just glitched into the matrix right there. I mean, he just car disappeared.
Unfortunate. It does happen, but man, you don't want to see it this late in the race. But
No.
either way, we're going to have a shootout at the end of this one as they're going to come down and try to get some repairs on these cars. And look at all the hoods off. My, oh my.
Tell you what, right now it looks like the Wheel and Modified Tour. A lot of open wheel race cars right here. Unfortunate, but that's how it, it's how it goes sometimes. But I'll tell you what, one guy, Jeff Merck, involved in a lot of incidents earlier in the race. And here he is, P1. So you gotta love where he's at right now. A couple of cars getting the wave around, but fantastic job. John Ellis, again, still in second from the previous restart, going to be on the outside lane. Sean Hill, again, has led most of the race, has done really, really well, so definitely a favorite for sure there. Kevin Freese, Jason Maines. It's funny, Emery, after a 60-lap race at Talladega with all the chaos and 10 cautions, at the end of the day, the cream still rises to the top. The drivers who know what they're doing and have been doing this for so long, or just maybe got lucky enough, whatever it is, they're there in that top 5.
Yep. You're absolutely right. And you could say a lot of the times it's luck, but you can't be saying that when every single time each week you see the same names up front. Yeah. There's got to be there's some talent to that, and you're kind of looking at it unfold tonight as a lot of these big names are up there. They're in the top 5. All 5 of those guys are drivers that can come out here and get that win. Cody Niegels in a 31, he's right there as well. So gonna be a great finish tonight. We're gonna have a shootout and see who can get this win. We've been talking about him all day. I think John Ellis Jr. gets away. He might go back to back. Yeah, definitely possible. I'll tell you what, hey, one thing too for the folks at home watching, one green, white checkered finish. Correct me if I'm wrong there, but that's all it is. Yep, so, it's going to be one green, white checkered. As soon as that white flag comes out and they get a little squirrely, they start wrecking. There is no caution. They race out to the finish, as we saw last week, where John Ellis was kind of in the back of the pack, went low, and kind of stole the win, and it was fun to watch. Sebastian, he's not here this week, but he was right there as well. So, man, oh man, it's going to be fun. A couple of cars here in the back of the pack. Again, really starting at about, the first maybe 12 cars, 13 cars look pretty decent, but when you start getting to like 14th, 15th, these cars have some pretty severe damage. Yeah, and I'd see my pick, Matthew Baker in the 5. I'm not sure there he is what his car looks like, if he has a bunch of damage or not, but he's still in the mix to come out here and maybe get a win. Doesn't look too bad. Has some right rear damage, potentially some right side damage as well, but overall not terrible. I think he'd be a fine pusher, but leading might have some difficulties, but he's in it. P13. Never know. He's right there. Absolutely. Now, we obviously know where we would want to be at this restart. You want to be up front. You have ran out of time now. If you're not out front with a clean car, you might be in some trouble. So 100%. Going to be, what's that? 100%. You're right. Yeah, this late in the race with maybe 1 to go, 2 to go, it doesn't. You don't have enough time to make through the pack. Number 1 safely, or even it's just too tough. You got to be up front right now, and that's where you need to be to try to get this win. That's right. Jeff Merck, John Ellis, Sean Hill, Kevin Freese, Jason Maines. Now he's in 5th. These are the guys that are going to be out here trying to get this win. They got to do it safe. And keep in mind too, 1 green, white checkered finish. If on the white flag, if on this first lap that they go green, if the yellow comes out, that's it. This race is over. The field will freeze at the time of yellow, and that'll be your winner, whoever's leading at the time. If the white flag gets waved, it's game on. It's old school, mid-2000s NASCAR, and they're going to race to the end of the start-finish line. So it's going to be an incredible time, just like last week. We'll see who takes it home. Absolutely. I still think my thoughts may come true like they did last week, but we'll find out here shortly as Jeff Merck, John Ellis are going to take us away into turn 1 as the green flag is back out at Talladega. Ron Morris Racing, Tuesday Night Thunder.
An amazing push right now by Kevin Fries for John Ellis, but Sean Hill's pushing Jeff Merck to the front. Incredible job right here.
Jason Maines now on the bottom, trying to work it well there. Let's see what he can do right behind the 77.
Outside lane has some bit more steam right here, but can they get it going? Fries is absolutely locked on to the back end of John Ellis. We are approaching that white flag lap. White flag is in the air.
White flag is out. Absolutely, as we got a push up top here, trying to make it 3 wide. Can they make a late run to get a win here? 77 out front, down below. Hill trying to push. John Ellis top.
Who's going to get the better push right now? The inside lane has that momentum. 3 cars against 2, but the 94 on the outside, watch out for them. Going to create their own lane.
Big run on the outside here. Do they have time? Can they make it happen? John Ellis is now falling back a little bit, sitting third. Working the 30 down below. Can he get the win here? 77 pushing right behind. Jeff Merck is going to be your winner on Tuesday Night Thunder. John Ellis Jr. does not go back-to-back. He is going to get second. Sean Hill, he's in third.
Amazing job by Jeff Merck. Makes it happen. Led that lap, that restart. The USS George Washington, number 60, gets it done. John Ellis, P2. Can't quite go back-to-back, as Emery said, but hey, I'll tell you what, P2, great money spot, and then Sean Hill did a great job all race, finishing P3. Man, Emery, that was
some good, clean racing at the end. I'll tell you what, it was great to see that from what we had earlier on in this race, to have a finish like that for Jeff D. Merck in that 30 car to come out here and get a win, trying to fight off John Ellis Jr. I mean, man, what a great time, what a great ride for him. Congratulations. He's walking away with some money in his pocket. Fantastic.
Incredible job by Jeff. Man, I'll tell you what, Jeff Merck, teammate, potentially Sean Hill here. Love
Getting
that.
a little camera time.
Burn him down, Jeff Merck, you've earned it. P1 here at Talladega. Incredible job. We'll show you guys that finish again, just as it happened, but amazing job.
Absolutely. Got it done. Like he said, he was just at the right place, right time, was consistent, was patient, and walked away out of here with a win. Fantastic at Talladega.
Love to see it. We'll go back just a little bit and watch that finish. Man, that was just such a good job by these guys. Try and find that for us in just a second. Show everybody. I'll tell you what, that's
they're really burning it down here, Steve. We got multiple burnouts going on here. Love to see that.
Yes,
Sean
sir.
Hill at 77, he's pretty excited. He's walking away with some money in his pocket.
Hey, and like you said, a lot of money. $100, I believe, for Jeff Merck.
Yeah, I think it's going to be over 100. Typically, the payouts are based on 25 entries. Tonight, we had 32, 33 entries, so man, that payout's even going to be more.
Awesome
Costs $25 to enter these races, so check them out. I would follow Ron Morris Racing. Check out their Discord, Tuesday Night Thunder. This is the second season. It's been a great start.
Yes, sir. Well, awesome job right now. Tell you what, I am looking for that finish. It is elusive to me for some reason. We will find it.
Either way.
Tell you what, incredible job by these guys. But, I mean, what was your highlight, Emery, of the race? I mean, obviously there was so much going on. It was just, I mean, 10 cautions, 11 cautions, but hey, that's going to happen. Intense racing, big money on the line. What was your highlight today?
You know, the end of the race was just great. I mean, it was good driving. It was just fantastic to see that at the end of this race. There wasn't a wreck, but man, I gotta really. I've been talking about the guy all day long, John Ellis Jr. To see him work through the pack and work his way up and almost go back-to-back wins
Yeah,
at Talladega Super Speedway. That would be a tough feat, and he almost made it happen. So I loved watching that.
absolutely. Definitely can agree with that. Incredible job for there. I'm just trying to find this finish for us.
Just ran
check
away
this real
from you.
quick. It did. Usually it tells me white flag and checkered flag, and right now it's not. So we're in shambles, as I like to say it right here. Okay, we'll fall back right here. White
As
flag
we're
lap
looking
is
to go.
right here.
They're 3 wide. I mean, they're only 4 wide here in a second. But man, everybody up front did what they had to do. John Ellis right in the middle there. 77 Sean Hill in the mix. Back up top, they kept it together.
Just an incredible job. Awesome job. Well, hey, we're going to talk to our top three. Let's start to bring him in here. Jeff Merck. Let's go back to, let's see, do we have the top three? Let's try and find
I
out.
think we have 2. I know Jeff definitely is in here. We can have a word with him. Not sure
Beautiful.
if we have John in here.
Let's bring in Jeff, the winner of today's race. Bring him in first. See how he feels.
Right now.
Mr. Jeff Merck, hey, big winner today. It's Steve and Emery in the booth, man. You got me?
Yeah, I got you, Steve. What's up, bud?
Hey, dude, talk to us about this win today. Massive, massive finish for you. Got it done. How you feeling? How'd you do it?
Total team effort. I had my teammate Alex Hill there, NBG Motorsports teammate. We knew it was going to be a battle between us, John Ellis, and Kevin Freeze up there. They're teammates, so we knew it was going to be a 4-car battle. A lot of damaged cars behind us. Alex but he was just timing to push us perfect, and thought we had 1-2 there for a second, but Kevin got to John on the outside, gave him a big bump, and they got second. But great points night for NBG. Didn't have a good week last week. Great week this week, so they kind of even out. So real proud of my team. We fought all night. Had a couple cars got damaged, and they fought and still got good points night out of it for the whole team.
Love that, man. Emery, what do you got for him?
Man, Jeff, real quick, congratulations! You got the win tonight. I've raced with you before. I know you're talented, and you did a great job here. So, I really just want to say congratulations. You got some money. I mean, a lot of money. There's a big field, probably over $100. So, congratulations, and hopefully you can win again next week.
Yeah, I mean that's always our plan to come out here and get try to get in the money spots, try to have good points night. Because I mean, yeah, the cash is great for winning the race, but it's more, you're focusing on big picture racing and money racing. So that's what makes this, I think, so popular because, there's so many strategies that go into it. And yeah, I've always enjoyed racing with you there, Jacob. So hopefully, we'll get out of the booth and be out here racing, So look forward to it.
Absolutely. Well, thank you.
Yep.
Love to see it right now. Jeff Merck, awesome job. Right now, we're going to watch real quick just how it ended up. Right now, man, he got so close right there. John Ellis almost had a good run and then just stole it right at the line.
I was really surprised that Ellis couldn't get a bigger run on the outside. I thought he had it there, but that inside lane was the way to go.
Yes, it was. Awesome job by these boys. Let's bring in our second place finisher, John Ellis Jr. See if we can track him down. Where's all good old John Ellis? Here he is. Found him.
You found him.
Hey,
We
John
do have
Ellis.
John in here.
We do. Hey, John, Steven, Emery in the booth, man. You got me?
Hey, I got you guys. How's it going?
Hey, I mean, P1 last week, P2 today, almost snuck out another win. I'll tell you what, looking good out there. Came close, but how's the race? You came back from the back of the pack to the front. I mean, multiple wrecks, and just how'd it go for you?
It was a cluster. This race was crazy. I don't know what it is. You haven't changed anything with these cars. We ran them just fine last season. I think it's just because trucks are so easy to drive now that everyone forgot how to drive these. So I don't know, but I mean, it was a crazy race. It was eventful. Started up front, well, close to the front, and was up there for the most part. Ended up, I think P2 at the end of the stage, and then kind of broke loose from there. Got caught up in a few wrecks. Really just timed my fast repair right. Took it with I think 20 to go after I figured there were a bunch of damaged cars, and just tried to get back up to the front as quick as I could, and was able to stay up there.
Love that. Emery, what do you got for him, man?
Well, yeah, I thought you were going to go back to back and do it tonight, but you got second. Congratulations, still big money there. Just couldn't get that late run. You got right behind Jeff there side by side and couldn't finish. But hey, congratulations, man! It's always fun watching you race. It's been a fun little stint that we've had in the broadcast booth watching you. And again, congratulations.
I appreciate it. Thank you, guys.
Absolutely.
Awesome. Well, John Ellis Jr. is going to be your P2. Awesome job for him. We'll bring it back to right there. That might work. And then again, P3, Sean Hill. Incredible run. Let's see if we can bring him in here. Where's good old Sean Hill? Not sure
Maybe
that not sure. Not sure that I see him. So unfortunately, we can't talk to our third place finisher, Sean Hill. But hey, I'll tell you what, great finish for him, and incredible job for him. I mean, led a lot of laps, finished P3. You can't be upset about that. Finish in the money. But I'll tell you what, at the end of the day, Emery, this was a fun time. We had a great day today.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts? I mean, just overall race.
You know, the caution stuff was there. It happens at these racetracks, but I will tell you, the end of that race was fun to watch. Jeff Merck coming out here and getting a win. John Ellis Jr. trying to get that back-to-back win, just couldn't do it. And then Sean Hill hit that top three. It was fantastic. 77. He was consistent all night. Sean Hill started 6th, finished 3rd. He was right there in a mix, but this little couple weeks have been great. Tuesday Night Thunder has been fantastic. Ron Morris Racing. I've enjoyed myself in the booth watching these guys battle it out. And man, they go all the way to August 22nd, Daytona. I think even August 29th. So this season has just begun. I would say anybody that wants to join, please do check it out. Get a hold of Ron Morris, and he can kind of guide you on what you need to do to get started. But Steve, what are your thoughts on everything?